Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today is a Get Ready With Me. I am testing out 3 different beauty sponges on my face at the same time. So if you want to see what I think of them, just keep watching. Alright, so let's get into this. I am going to be trying out the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Liquid Foundation. I have a small little order that arrived from Ulta this week. I bought like 5 foundations, one of them being a powder one, that I'm really excited to try out. And I also did a blog post about beauty sponges recently, so I'll link that down below. But I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to apply my makeup with 3 different brushes, 3 different sponges and kind of see how they perform like on my face, like all at the same time. I think I'm going to do that today. So let me just pin my hair back. All right, so the primer I'm going to use today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in Dewy, and I really like this one. It's been so hot this week that I'm really gonna put this primer to the test. I've been trying out a lot of different primers. I think I have like 9, including like finishing sprays, setting sprays, that kind of thing. I just figured it was time to try it out during the summer. So this primer, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but my hands look kind of like glittery and they have like a sheen to them. And obviously so does my face, but it's super obvious on my hands. Okay, so the 3 sponges that I have for my foundation today are the Real Techniques, the Sonia Kashuk, and the EcoTools Cushion Foundation one. I bought this thinking that it was a normal sponge and you're actually supposed to use it dry. It applies so smoothly. But after I realized that the EcoTools one was just for cushion foundation, I went and got this one. It actually came in a set, so it comes kind of like with these 2. And it puffs up so much when it's wet. It's like almost double the size. So I'll share my thoughts on that one at some point. But the color I got in the foundation is Ivory. And it looks a little bit light right now for me, but we'll see. The foundation goes a long way, that's for sure. It looks so pale on me. I'm usually the palest shade, but I think I've been getting, like, unintentionally getting sun. Well, the foundation's gonna be a flop. I think I'll just have to go with the Physicians Formula Touch of Glow. I think that's gonna be light but not too dark. I'm gonna have to save this for when I don't have sun on my face because that was ghostly. So one of my favorite foundations is the Physicians Touch of Glow. And well, the packaging is very pretty, one thing, but it has such a good, it just has such a pretty finish to it. So I'll just put a little bit on the sponge. Okay, so that got pretty good coverage, but it actually soaked up a lot of my foundation. And I had a really bad experience last week with, the cat wants to get in, with dropping foundation on my favorite white shirt. And so I'm really afraid to like either put this on my hand and apply it or squirt it onto my face, because it was a really liquidy foundation that I was just like dropping onto my face, and it somehow dripped all the way down my shirt and I didn't even realize it. I just need to blend this down a little bit so that it all looks seamless. And I think that the Real Techniques sponge applies really smoothly. It was damp, so you can see this is kind of like before and after a little bit. Let me let the cat in. I'm just gonna leave the door open so that she can come and go. Okay, so the other side I will do the Sonia Kashuk, which if you read my blog post, you already know that this was my least favorite out of the 3 that I was trying. I really like how big it is. I really like the texture. I really like the way it applies, although I think that the Real Techniques one definitely applies a little bit better. I wonder if you can hear the cat purring. She's like right behind the camera. I think the sponges are soaking up the foundation a little bit, so, which I didn't think was supposed to happen if they were damp. Nevertheless, I think, oh, hello. I do feel like the Real Techniques one is a little bit smoother. Okay, so the things I don't like about this one, I don't even know how to explain this actually, but I'll try my best. Basically, I don't think I can get it clean enough. So, oh, I should have shown it before I got foundation on it. So, okay, it's dirty now, but before I used it, there was like a splotch in the middle, like in the shape of like a foundation splotch that was clean, and then the outline around it was like makeup. But I washed this before I used it, and so I got this, there was like foundation on the bottom all over. There was no like white patch or anything. I put the soap on it and I squished it around, and barely any foundation came out of the sponge. And then while I'm like squishing it under the water, like you can see the foundation like disappear from the sponge, but then as it dries, it like comes back to the surface and like reappears. It is the strangest thing I've ever seen. So I really just feel like this can't be clean enough, honestly. And let's see if this is pointy enough to kind of, I forgot to do this side with the Real Techniques, but here we go. Yeah, so I just don't think it can get clean enough. It kind of grosses me out, honestly. And it's just kind of weird. It almost looks like, there's a layer across this whole sponge and the foundation can't get out of it. Like that's what it looks like. I don't know if there actually is a layer all the way around the sponge. This is non-latex. I don't know if the others are non-latex, but this one specifically said non-latex. I'm not allergic to latex, so I don't avoid it. But yeah. So there's both sides. I mean, the finished result is nice, but I just feel like this side went on smoother initially. It's a really pretty foundation. Okay, last one, we're gonna use the Cushion Foundation one. This is so cool. So I've used this, I think I've used this with this foundation. Or was it the Becca one? I think I used this with the Becca foundation, which is the Aqua Luminous. This one's super liquidy. This is the one that applies with a dropper that I dropped all over my shirt. I've had OxyClean sitting on that shirt since 6 days ago. I tried numerous things. It applies really well, dry. It's so cool. So the pros for this are that you can apply it dry. If you forget to wet your sponge, it's totally fine. I've used this with Cushion Foundation. It applies Cushion Foundation so well. My favorite Cushion Foundation is the Wet n Wild one, and it just applies so prettily. It applies really well. It somehow smooths everything out, and I don't think that it soaks up a lot of foundation. So this foundation is, of course, like Touch of Glow, and I have a dewy primer underneath. So I'm going to be rocking the Glow today. When you wash this, the color comes out of it, which is kind of weird. I have tried this wet and it applies just as well. So it's actually really versatile, but I think it applies ever so slightly better when it's dry. It just smooths out everything. It's amazing. Okay, as you can see, my eyes look a little crazy because I used my Au Naturel Color Theory color corrector in Flax. So it's kind of like, I might need to go a little bit darker with my concealer today. I did tan last night, which is, I usually do it on Friday night. Today is Friday. That's okay. I lost my train of thought. I did a horrible job of applying tan last night. I waited until way too late in the evening. I think it was like 10 o'clock, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just got, I think I was reading or something, or maybe I was on the internet. Maybe I was online or something, I don't remember. Okay, I don't hate it, it's fine, whatever. So it applied really badly. And that was my fault, so I'll try to even it out tonight. I'll just exfoliate really, really well. Moisturize. Actually, I exfoliated already today and moisturized, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for my eyebrow stuff and powder. I think I'm gonna go really light on the powder today, so I'm just gonna use my NYX HD finishing powder, because whenever I do glowy foundation, I try to, I don't want to cover up the glow, but I have to set foundation on my face. It just doesn't stay put on its own. How my eyes don't look crazy when I go back and edit this. They look a little light, like in the viewfinder, but in person they don't. Cameras are so weird. And I will use my banana powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. Why am I swinging it around? I had this contour kit for the longest time before I tried the banana powder. It's amazing. I don't know why I haven't been using it all this time. Alright. Now, eyebrows. I'll be right back. Okay, eyebrows done. My eyes don't look as crazy with my eyebrows done, but this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. I'm really liking it, even though it's a little bit warmer than I usually do, but it is really pretty. And next I need to do highlight and contour. So I'm going to use my XO Beauty Highlighter in Aurora. It's so pretty. Does anyone else have a cat that acts like a dog? She chews on things. She's restless. She's so sweet, but she has a lot of energy. There she goes, okay. She scratches on a lot of things too, which drives me insane. This is just like a random e.l.f. brush that I have. Just do it really lightly on my cheekbones. This is such a pretty powder. And then Cupid's bow. It's not like a crazy highlighter, but it definitely gets the job done, and it looks really pretty and natural. And I shopped my stash last week. So I'm using up my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light, which is a little bit light as a contour right now, but I've been using it as a contour and I think it looks okay. In fact, I used it last week when I was getting ready, and I just think my skin looked really good. I try to blend it up, like that's where like the line is, but I blend up to make sure it all kind of looks seamless and natural. I am in no way a makeup artist, but I do know how to put makeup on my own face, so that's just kind of what I do, and I try to even it all out. Okay, I like that. And then, like, I'm gonna leave those out for a Shop My Stash video. I hate to go with my tried and true current fave, but it's the Milani Hermosa Rose Illuminating Face Powder. It is just so pretty. I just love all these colors. I'm gonna have to get a backup because I use it like every day. Okay, and eyes. I'm just gonna do my normal boring eye routine. But this is also something that I'm going to put in my Shop My Stash video. It's from Rodial, and it's the Smoky Eye Sculpt eyeshadow palette, and it has this gorgeous color in it right here that is just the prettiest taupey matte color. And it's one of those colors that you can put all over your lid and it looks like it doesn't look like you're wearing just one eyeshadow. It's very, it has a lot of dimension to it, and it's really flattering, I think, on all skin tones, really. It's just like the perfect taupe. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. Just so pretty. And I save that out because I also blend out my lower eyeliner with that little accent brush. And then what am I gonna do for highlight? What did I do last time? I think I did the Modern Renaissance palette. What do I have in there? I think I'm gonna use my Olivia Palermo Ciate palette. This one is the Smoky Suede's eye palette. You can see how much I've loved this. I'm gonna use this color right here. I can't remember what the color is. I need to clean this because every time I open this, I get, oh my gosh, this one's cracking right here. It's like cracked and like coming up. I wonder if I dropped this. Anyways, I might use a little bit of the middle one and this shimmery one right here. That's a little too much as a highlight, but I think together they'll be really pretty. So just like that creamy one, put it down. Just kind of lightens up this area. And then I'm going to put just a smidge. I think layering them is really pretty because it kind of tones down the shimmer. Oh my gosh, the sun's out. It kind of tones down the shimmer so it's not blinding and in your face. But obviously this matte shade is not a good highlight, but it's still, it lightens up the area that I want to highlight first. It's like the perfect amount of shimmer. I love this. I've never blended these two together, but I really like it. That's another Shop My Stash fave. I completely reorganized my makeup drawer. I have one drawer that I've allowed myself, oh, what is this piece doing right there? I have weird piece of hair, that's what I have. I have one drawer that I've allowed myself in my dresser to keep all of my makeup, and so it really makes me focus on what I need to keep or want to keep instead of just hoarding everything. So yeah, I like how organized it feels now. And then I found some things hiding in the back, which is why I'm going to do a Shop My Stash video. Although I need to see if any of this is actually available to purchase still, because I don't think the Olivia Palermo one is. I probably shouldn't have shown that in this video, but I just love it. So Rodial Smoky Eye Pen in black, I smudge along the top with an accent brush, but I actually get some of the eyeshadow that I used on my lid. I put it on the accent brush before I smudge the bottom, and it makes it look really nice. Okay. And then I tie line because I have zero eyelashes, and whatever I can do to make my lash line look thick is way better than nothing at all. And I'm obsessed with the Color Science one at the moment. It's just a normal, like regular, just Color Science mascara. There's not much to the name, but it is amazing. So I said that I felt like my eyelids had been sweating, and my mascara does not budge at all when I use this. It's amazing. And it's actually really easy to take off. I don't even know what they do with this mascara to make it like that, because I can wet it. I can remove this with water basically. It smudges around a bit, but I get like the majority of it off with water, and then I go in with my eyelash and eyelid cleanser and it gets it all off. But it's somehow when I'm sweating, like, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't like get weird looking. It's amazing. This is like mascara for life right here. So there's mascara. It dries on really fast, but if you want to build it up, you have to work kind of quickly. I do like a couple light layers, and you saw me go, well, I don't know if I'll keep the clip in, but I just go like back and forth between my eyes, like one quick layer, one quick layer, one quick layer, one quick layer, and then I just kind of like position my eyelashes how they need to be in case they get a little wonky, because this is like wherever your lashes are when this dries down is where they are for the day. They are not budging at all. So that's it for eyes. And now my favorite lip right now is the Mari lip pencil from XO Beauty. This is the perfect nude for me. In fact, I need to sharpen it. Hold on. All sharpened. It's just a really gorgeous nude. I hope this focuses. Let's just swatch. It literally just like completely smooths over my lips. It's so great. I'm a huge fan of using lip liner by itself because it's less smeary than lipstick or lip gloss, and it stays put, and you can kind of customize it depending on whether or not you put it over a balm or not, or put something on top of it. They're so versatile, and I cannot be without this. It is like the perfect nude. In fact, I am going to do like a summer essentials video today, and that is in my roundup of products I need during the summer, because this stays put. A nude lip is so pretty for the summer, and I just love the color. So thank you so much for getting ready with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.